So this session will take up the biogenesis of the chloroplast. Okay. So chloroplast structure and functions we have already studied, right? So now we are studying the chloroplast biogenesis. Biogenesis. So what is this biogenesis? Chloroplast biogenesis is how exactly a proplastid will develop into a mature chloroplast. So chloroplast is one of the plastid, right? It is a green plastid. Now, biogenesis of the chloroplast is basically how exactly a proplastid develops into a mature chloroplast, what are the various stages involved in it, and how it is being genetically controlled, and how the division of the chloroplast actually will take place. So this all together will form the biogenesis of the chloroplast. So this is from a journey from the proplastid stage, to a mature chloroplast, to a mature chloroplast. What are the various stages? So first thing we are studying here is, it is a journey from the proplastid stage to the mature chloroplast. And then the second thing is, what are the stages? What are the stages involved? So we have already mentioned two stages here. One is a proplastid stage and another one is a mature chloroplast stage. So what is this first proplastid stage? So proplastid stage means this is an immature chloroplast or a prochloroplast. So here pro is not something which is at a higher level. So here the pro means a primitive. Okay. In biology, pro doesn't mean something which is very expert. Okay. So in biology, pro means something which is primitive. Okay. Or a precursor. So that we define as a pro. So proplastid stage andre, we see it in the meristematic cells. We see it in the meristematic cells. Meristematic cells, they only have the function of the division. They doesn't carry out any other functions. So they don't carry out photosynthesis. They don't carry out ATP synthesis. Basically, everything has been provided externally for them. So for them, the chloroplast doesn't make any sense. There is no need of chloroplast because photosynthesis is not taking place at all in the meristematic cells. All that should happen in the meristematic cells is just the division. Okay. So since there is no need of the photosynthesis or the chloroplast in the meristematic cells, there is no fully developed chloroplast present. So we still have a very basic or an immature form of the chloroplast which is present, which is called as a proplast. Okay. So this is basically seen in the meristematic cells. And remember one more thing. This meristematic cell has a non-pigmented and undifferentiated chloroplast. It is a non-pigmented and undifferentiated. Non-pigmented antandre, it doesn't have the chlorophyll yet, right? The chloroplast is supposed to contain the chlorophyll pigment. When it contains the chlorophyll pigment, we call it as a pigmented chloroplast. So now it is non-pigmented. Non-pigmented means still the chlorophyll is not produced. Still the chlorophyll is not present in that proplastid chloroplast. And then undifferentiated. Undifferentiated means the chloroplast is still not matured. It is still not doing any function. So undifferentiated or differentiated ಅಂತ ಯಾವಾಗ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, when it has already reached a last level of its growth where we call it as a matured organelle or matured cell. So we usually study the cell stages. ಅಲ್ವಾ ಸೆಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜಸ್ ಓದ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಸೆಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜಸ್ ಈ ರೂಟ್ ಟಿಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಓದಿರ್ತೀರ PUC ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಮೆರಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಝೋನು, ಇಲಾಂಗೇಷನ್ ಝೋನು ಅಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾಚುರೇಷನ್ ಝೋನ್. ಮೆರಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಝೋನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕೀಪ್ ಆನ್ ಡಿವೈಡಿಂಗ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ಲಿ. ಎಲಾಂಗೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಡಿವಿಷನ್ ನಿಂತು ಹೋಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಸೆಲ್ ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಎಲಾಂಗೇಟ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಮ್ಯಾಚುರೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಶಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಸೆಲ್. ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ದ ಸೆಲ್ ವಿಲ್ ಅಟೈನ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಫೈನಲ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಫೈನಲ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ವರ್ಕ್. ಒಂದು ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಒಂದು ಮೆರಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದು ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಶಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅದು ಪ್ಯಾರೆನ್ಕೈಮ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಕೊಲೆನ್ಕೈಮ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಸ್ಕ್ಲಿರನ್ಕೈಮ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಕ್ಸೈಲಮ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಫ್ಲೋಯಮ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಯಾವ ತರದ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಮ್ಯಾಚುರೇಷನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅಂಡ್ ನಾವ್ this chloroplast is still the undifferentiated chloroplast. It means that it is not been assigned any function. Photosynthesis innu aagta illa anta artha. Okay, so non-pigmented and undifferentiated chloroplast. And then we have the second stage. The first stage alli enagutte, proplastic stage alli it is usually seen in the meristematic cells, and the chloroplast is non-pigmented and undifferentiated. Okay, then second stage is etioplast stage. So etioplast stage, so we see this in dark green tissues. ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ. ಎಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ ಈ ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ವೆನ್ ದ ಸೆಲ್, ಈ ಮೆರಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು ಯೂಶುವಲಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಟಿಪ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. ವಿ ಸಿ ದ ಮೆರಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಟಿಪ್ಸ್, ಎಪಿಕಲ್ ಟಿಪ್ಸ್, ರೈಟ್? ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಎಪಿಕಲ್ ಟಿಪ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಟರ್ಮೈನಲ್ ಟಿಪ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ನಾವ್ ಆ ಟಿಪ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಟಿಪ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Similarly, when the seed is being sown, we sow it underground. ನಾವು ಮಣ್ಣಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹಾಕ್ತಿವಿ ಸೀಡ್ ನ. ಆ ಸೀಡ್ ಜರ್ಮಿನೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಆ ಜರ್ಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಗಿನ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ಜರ್ಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಬಿಗಿನ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೀಡ್ ಮೊಳಕೆ ಹೊಡೆಯೋದು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಮೊಳಕೆ ಹೊಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಮೊಳಕೆ ಹೊಡೆಯೋದು ಭೂಮಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ, ಮಣ್ಣು ಒಳಗಡೆ ಮೊಳಕೆ ಹೊಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ. ಮೊಳಕೆ ಹೊಡಿತಿರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, ಮೊಳಕೆ ಹೊಡಿತಿರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಆ ಮೊಳಕೆ ಹೊಡೆದು ಗ್ರೋ ಆಗ್ತಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅಂಡರ್ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್, ನಾವ್ ಇನ್ನು ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ, ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಅಬೌವ್ ದ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಒಳಗಡೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಆ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್, ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಅದು ಗ್ರೋ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಮೇಲ್ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು. ಗ್ರೋ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಸೆಲ್ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್, ಎಡಿಷನ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಆಗಿ ಅದು ಲೆಂತ್ ಬಂದು ಮೇಲಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲೈಟ್ ಪೆನೆಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಲೈಟ್ ಪೆನೆಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅಂಡ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಆಬ್ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಲೈಟ್, the color of this portion which is germinated is usually dark green. ನೀವು ನೋಡಿದ್ರಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಮೊಳಕೆ ಹೊಡೆಯೋದನ್ನ ನೋಡಿದ್ರಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಈ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂ ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಮೇಲಕ್ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಮೇಲಕ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಲೈಟಿಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೋಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಲೈಟಿಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೋಸ್ ಆದಾಗ ಅದು ಲೈಟ್ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮೊಳಕೆ ಹೊಡೆದಿರೋದು ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಲೈಟ್ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೀಡ್ ಮೊಳಕೆ ಹೊಡೆದ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಲೈಟ್ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ಒಂಚೂರ್ ಮಣ್ ತೆಗೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ನೋಡಿದ್ರಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ. ಸೊ ಆ ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ದಟ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ದ ಇಟಿಯೋಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಆ ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲೋರೋಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಇಟಿಯೋಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇಟಿಯೋಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಇಸ್ ಯೂಶುವಲಿ ಸೀನ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂಸ್ when the seeds germinate, in dark. When the seeds germinate in the dark, so ಆ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಇಟಿಯೋಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. And then one more thing what happens in the ichtioplast stage is the precursor for the chlorophyll formation or the chlorophyll biosynthesis ಗೆ precursors ಬೇಕು. ಪ್ರಿಕರ್ಸರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೀಷಿಯಂ ಬೇಕು, ಪಾರ್ಫಿರಿನ್ ಬೇಕು, ರೈಟ್? ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಕ್ಲೋರೋಫಿಲ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿನೂ ಕ್ಲೋರೋಫಿಲ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾನ್ ಪಿಗ್ಮೆಂಟೆಡ್. ಹೌದಾ? ಇವಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಕ್ಲೋರೋಫಿಲ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಪ್ರೀಕರ್ಸರ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದ precursors for the chlorophyll, the precursors for the chlorophyll biosynthesis, the precursors for the chlorophyll biosynthesis are produced here in the etioplast stage. Okay, then comes the third stage. The third stage is the mature chloroplast. The third stage is the mature chloroplast. One more thing what happens here in the etioplast stage is, we know the structure of the chloroplast. Chloroplast ali we have the structures called as thylakoids, right? Thylakoids are the structures there. So if this is the chloroplast, so we have the inner membrane of the chloroplast. So we have structures like this which are arranged, which are there like a pile. Right? So these are called as the thylakoids, and these are called as the stroma lamellae, and a pile of sacs or these many thylakoids together we call it as a granum. Many granums are called as grana. Right? Now, so these thylakoids are not still produced here. The thylakoids are not still produced. Instead, we have prolamellar bodies. Prolamellar bodies are present instead of thylakoids. Okay, instead of thylakoids, the prolamellar bodies are present. Now in the mature chloroplast, the first thing which happens is the prolamellar bodies are converted into thylakoids. They are converted into thylakoids. Okay, and the chlorophyll pigment is being produced. So chlorophyll pigment is produced. Chlorophyll pigment is produced. Once the chlorophyll pigment is produced, next what should happen? The photosynthesis should begin. Right? Chlorophyll produce aad takshana, the next thing is the photosynthesis has to begin. Photosynthesis agbeku antandre we require various types of proteins. Photosynthetic proteins beku namge. Hauda? So aa photosynthesis proteins alla ellinda produce agutte? Avella namage either from the chloroplast DNA or the nuclear genome inda produce agutte. Right? So the chloroplast is also having a DNA, and we also have one DNA which is called as a nuclear DNA in the nucleus, right? So genomic DNA ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಒಂದು genomic DNA ಇಂದಾದ್ರೂ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ನಮಗೆ ಫೋಟೋಸಿಂಥೆಟಿಕ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ಸ್, ಅಥವಾ ನಮಗೆ ಈ ಕ್ಲೋರೋಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ DNA ಇಂದಾದ್ರೂ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಟುಗೆದರ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ದ ಜೀನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಎರಡು ಸೇರಿ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರೂ ಸರಿ, ಎರಡನ್ನ ನಾವು ಕರೆಯೋದೇನು? gene expression anta karitivi. So the gene expression upregulation is positive regulation. Andre we will have to start producing the proteins. Down regulation is we have to stop the production of the proteins. Up regulation is we have to begin the production of the proteins. Okay. So gene expression, up regulation for photosynthetic proteins. For photosynthetic proteins should begin. Okay. So mature chloroplast enagutte? Mature chloroplast alli the first thing is the prolamellar bodies are converted into the thylakoids. So immediately thylakoids produce aad takshana the chlorophyll pigment has to get produced, because the chlorophyll pigment is present in the thylakoid. ಸೊ ಥೈಲಾಕಾಯ್ಡ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ಲಾರ್ದಂಗೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲೋರೋಫಿಲ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಥೈಲಾಕಾಯ್ಡ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅದ್ರ ಒಳಗಡೆಗೆ ಕ್ಲೋರೋಫಿಲ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಅದ್ರ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಕ್ಲೋರೋಫಿಲ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಫೋಟೋಸಿಂಥಸಿಸ್ ಶುರು ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ the thylakoids are being produced by the from the prolamellar bodies, and then the chlorophyll pigment is being produced. After that the photosynthetic pigments are being, or the photosynthetic proteins are being produced. Okay, so these are the three stages. Now how exactly all this has been controlled? Of course it has been genetically controlled, right? So namge idu control mechanism eno for the progression of the proplastid stage to the mature chloroplast, ಇದು ಹೆಂಗಾಗತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ it is genetically controlled, right? So genetically controlled ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? What is this genetic control involves? The genetic control involves again two types of DNAs. The DNAs are, one is the chloroplast DNA, another one is the nuclear DNA, right? So just note it down and then we'll move to genetic control. So the third component is how exactly it is being controlled, and we know that the only control is the genetic control. So control alli there will be different types of controls: genetic controls, chemical control, physical controls anta irutte. So this mechanism is basically controlled by genetic mechanism. So we call it as genetic control. So when it is about the genetic control, it is having two types of genetic components. One is the nuclear DNA. One is the nuclear DNA, and the second one is the chloroplast DNA. We'll write the second one that side. So what is the nuclear DNA's contribution? The nuclear DNA will produce 95% of the proteins which are required by the chloroplast. Okay, so if you remember the mitochondria now, 99% of the proteins which were required by mitochondria were produced by the nuclear genome, right? Now in this case, 95% of the proteins which are required by the chloroplast are produced by the nuclear genome, and rest of the 5% are produced by the chloroplast genome or chloroplast DNA. Okay, and what types of proteins are these? So these 95% of the proteins are what exactly the proteins? So these are basically the chlorophyll synthesizing proteins. Okay, these are basically the chlorophyll synthesizing proteins and the import machinery. Import machinery proteins. So import machinery proteins antandre, so if this is a cell, here we have the chloroplast, okay, and here we have the nucleus present. So nucleus genome will produce the replicated DNA, and then mRNA will be produced by the process of the transcription, and then the mRNA will come out and the transcription will take place and produce the proteins. The proteins are being produced. Now these proteins have to be transported into the chloroplast, right? These proteins have to be transported into the chloroplast. So for the transport we require a machinery, right? Machinery means what? Machinery is again nothing but the proteins only, right? So we require the transport proteins to transport these proteins from the cytoplasm into the chloroplast. Now these transport proteins are also being produced by the nuclear DNA. So we had studied the TIM-TOM proteins in case of the mitochondria. So similarly we have TIC-TOC. Okay, we have TIC-TOC proteins for the chloroplast. So all those TIC-TOC mechanism proteins and the other signal peptidases, other like identification proteins, whatever is required, all those are being produced by the nuclear DNA. And then coming to the chloroplast DNA, first one is the nuclear DNA, second one is the chloroplast DNA. So chloroplast DNA, this will basically produce the core components of photosystem 1 and photosystem 2. Whatever are the core components of the photosystem 1 and 2 are being produced by the chloroplast DNA. Apart from this, ribosomal RNA. Apart from this, ribosomal RNA is being produced and RNA polymerases. RNA polymerases are produced by the chloroplast DNA. Okay, so 5%. So this nuclear DNA is producing 95% and the chloroplast DNA is producing 5%. Right? So 5% are core components of PS1 and PS2 and then the ribosomal RNA and the RNA polymerases. Okay, so the third component is the genetic control. So now, so let us name this as A and B. Okay, then the fourth component. The fourth component is protein import machinery. So now the proteins are produced, right? By the nuclear DNA and the chloroplast DNA, the proteins are being produced. These proteins have to be imported into the chloroplast. So how exactly the proteins are being imported? So protein import machinery we will study in detail. That is a TikTok mechanism. Now detail agi odana. I'll just mention what all is required here. So first thing is we require tick and TOC complex. Okay, first thing is we require tick-tock complex and then we require stroma processing peptidases. We require stroma processing peptidases. See, stroma processing peptidases antandre, this is the chloroplast. Okay, chloroplast alli ಈ ಹೊರಗಡೆಯಿಂದ let us imagine this is a complete cell. ಇದು full board complete cell ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಸೊ ನಮಗೆ ಹೊರಗಡೆಯಿಂದ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ಸ್ ಬರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಈ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ನಮಗೆ ಸೈಟೋಪ್ಲಾಸಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ how does the cell identifies that which protein has to go to the chloroplast specifically? ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ, ಇದು ಕ್ಲೋರೋಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಯಾವುದು? ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಪೆಪ್ಟೈಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಪೆಪ್ಟೈಡ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಎಟ್ ದ ಎಂಡ್ ಟರ್ಮಿನಲ್, ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಎಟ್ ದ ಎಂಡ್ ಟರ್ಮಿನಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಪೆಪ್ಟೈಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಟು ಮೈಟೋಕಾಂಡ್ರಿಯಾ, ದಿಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಟು ದ ಕ್ಲೋರೋಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್. Now once this protein comes inside into the stroma, once the protein comes into the stroma, now we don't need the signal peptide anymore, right? ಈ signal peptide ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ನಮಗೆ ಬರೀ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ this from this protein the signal peptide is removed. The signal peptide is removed by the stroma processing peptidases. Okay, the signal peptide is removed by the stroma processing peptidases. Now, this protein is produced after the translation process only, right? We call it as a post-translational protein anta heltivi. So, post-translational protein. Translation ಆದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಬರೋ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಯಾವ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ? ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, right? After the translation, the protein which is obtained is usually there as a primary protein. So simple structure irutte. So this primary protein has to achieve its final form. Final format alli barabeku andre what format it should have? It should have the tertiary structure. Adha tertiary athwa quaternary structure ಗೆ ಬಂದಾಗ we call it as a final protein ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. So ಈ tertiary ಮತ್ತು quaternary structures ಗೆ ಬರೋದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? Folding of the protein ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ, right? This folding of the protein will take place here inside the chloroplast. The folding of the protein will not take place in the cytoplasm. It is there in a primary mode only. Primary format alle irutte. This protein will come inside the stroma, okay, or in the intermembrane space, if the protein was destined to a intermembrane space, in the intermembrane space, or if the protein was destined to the matrix, in the matrix, the folding of the proteins will take place. That folding of the protein is done by chaperones. The folding of the protein is done by the chaperones. On the other day, we had spoken about the chaperones, right? Chaperones and chaperonins. Chaperones are the group of proteins, subproteins, one particular subprotein, important one is called as chaperonin. Okay, but however, you just have to remember it as chaperones. So, stroma processing peptidase ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ಆ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಇಂದ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಪೆಪ್ಟೈಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಅಟ್ ದ ಎಂಡ್ ಟರ್ಮಿನಲ್ ಅದನ್ನ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ವಿ ಗೆಟ್ ಅ ಫೈನಲ್ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಫೈನಲ್ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಈಸ್ ಫೋಲ್ಡೆಡ್ ಇಂಟು secondary, tertiary, and if required quaternary form by the chaperones. Okay, so this is the fourth component. So once all the proteins are being imported into the chloroplast, now the last thing which is remaining is division of the chloroplast, formation of the chloroplast. So this formation of the chloroplast, we call it as division of chloroplast. So this division, it takes place by binary fission process, just like the mitochondria. So here the chloroplast will also divide by the binary fission process. Okay, so this is all about the biogenesis of the chloroplast. So first thing what happens here is, the first thing what you should know here is the biogenesis of chloroplast is basically the conversion of the proplastid chloroplast into an mature chloroplast. Okay, so there are various stages here. The first stage was the proplastid stage, second stage is the etioplast stage, and the third stage is the mature chloroplast stage. Okay, so proplastid, we see it in the meristematic cells. So here it is non-pigmented, undifferentiated. Okay, and then when it comes to the etioplast stage, so here it is usually the dark green tissues. Okay, so there we see the etioplast staged chloroplast. So ee dark green tissue namge elli kanutte antandre when the seed is about germinating, so ಆ dark ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೆದಿರುವಂತಹ seeds ಅಲ್ಲಿ, okay, ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಯಾಕೆ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ನ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಟು ಬೆಳೆಸಿದ್ವಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್, ಸೇಮ್ ಎರಡು ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಸೇಮ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಒಂದನ್ನ ಲೈಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೆಸ್ರಿ, ಒಂದನ್ನ ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೆಸ್ರಿ, ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೆದಿರೋದು ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಲೈಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೆದಿರೋ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಈ ತಿಳಿ ಹಸಿರು ಅಂತ ಏನಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಆ ತಿಳಿ ಹಸಿರು ಕಲರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಫುಲ್ ಒಂದ್ ರೀತಿ ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಈ ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೆದಿರುವಂತ, ಕತ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೆದಿರುವಂತಹ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಆತರ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So that is because we have the etioplast stage, chloroplast basically in those like plants. Okay, and then we have the last mature stage chloroplast, wherein the prolamellar bodies are being converted into the thylakoids, and the chlorophyll is also being produced there. And since the chlorophyll is produced, now the photosynthesis has to begin, and for that whatever proteins are being required, all the proteins are being produced in the mature chloroplast. Okay, and then coming to the genetic control, so it is basically controlled by two types of DNAs. One is the nuclear DNA, another one is a chloroplast DNA. So once all the proteins are being produced, now those proteins have to be imported from the cytoplasm into the chloroplast, and for the import we have the machinery called as, or the mechanism called as tick and tock mechanisms. Okay, so tick tock mechanism, so this is translocase to the inner complex, and this is the outer complex. Okay, and then we have stroma processing peptidases which will cleave the signal peptide which is there at the end terminal, And once the signal peptide has been cleaved, now we have the core protein. This core protein has to be folded into the final format, which is a secondary, tertiary, and if required, quaternary structures. So that has been done by the chaperones. Once the proteins are ready, now the chloroplast has to divide and form a new chloroplasts. Okay, so that is done by the binary fission. Okay, clear? Noted.